my dear students. Welcome back. I hope you all are doing great and feeling excited to learn English with me today. Do you think success is easy? Let's see a real story. We will look at Donald Trump's life. His journey shows success needs hard work. He became famous, but it was a long path. We will see how he started. We can learn from his story. This journey is full of lessons for us all. It shows how challenges can build a person. Today, you learn English and life lessons. We use Donald Trump's true story. Practice your English here. Learn about success, too. We do not talk politics. We only see his personal journey and growth. We want to find inspiration. We want ideas for our own growth. Let this story motivate you. It shows what is possible. Donald Trump was born in New York City. The date was June 14, 1946. His father was Fred Trump, a builder. Fred had a real estate business and was successful. Donald saw his father work. He learned about building and business early. This gave him a first look at this world. It shaped his view on business. Young Donald had lots of energy. He was active and confident. He liked to be the leader. These traits are good for leading, but they cause trouble at school sometimes. He needed more focus. He needed structure and guidance. His parents knew he had potential. They wanted to help him succeed by guiding his energy. When Donald was 13, his parents decided. They sent him to New York Military Academy. This was a very big change for him. It was not a normal school at all. It was strict with military rules. Life there was tough and ordered. It was made to teach order. It taught self-control, too, which was important for him. At military school, Donald learned much. He learned discipline. Discipline is key for success. It means control your actions. It means focus on goals. It means follow rules always. He learned leadership. He learned organization. The school focused his energy. He became more competitive. He learned how to aim high. This time shaped his life. Shape your future means experiences make you. Military school shaped him. It built a strong base like a foundation. Discipline was the main lesson he learned there. Discipline is a key to success. Think now. How can discipline help your future? It is very important for reaching your dreams. After finishing military school, Donald was more focused. He understood the importance of discipline. He knew he needed more education for his big plans. So he decided to go to university. First, he studied at Fordham University in New York. Then he transferred to a very famous business school. This school was the Wharton School in Pennsylvania. This shows us, always keep learning. The Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania is world famous. It is known as one of the very best schools for business. Donald studied subjects like real estate and finance there. He learned about how money works, how to make deals, and how markets change. This higher education gave him powerful new ideas. It helped him understand big business strategies. After finishing university in 1968, Donald joined his father. He started working at the family company. The company's name was Elizabeth Trump and Son. Their main business was building and renting homes for middle-class families. These homes were mostly in New York's outer areas, like Brooklyn and Queens. It was a good, successful business, but Donald saw bigger things. Working with his father was like more education. Donald learned a lot in a practical way. He got hands-on experience. This means learning by doing things, not just reading books. He saw how deals were made in real life. He learned how buildings were actually built. This real-world knowledge was very important. It prepared him for future projects. But Donald's dreams were bigger than his father's business. His father's work was good, but it was like a safe, small pond. Donald wanted to swim in the big ocean. He looked across the river to Manhattan. Manhattan was the heart of New York City. It had the tallest buildings and the biggest money. He dreamed of building there. So, Donald started to look for big opportunities. He wanted to create projects that everyone would notice. His vision was for huge, beautiful buildings with his name on them. This was a very different dream from his father's careful work. His father built good homes. Donald wanted to build famous landmarks. He had the courage to think big. What can we learn from this part? We learn to have big dreams. Do not be afraid to aim higher than where you start. Learn everything you can, both in school and in practice. Then, use that knowledge to chase your vision. Think big is our lesson today. Next time, we will see how Donald started to make these big dreams real. Donald Trump wanted to build in Manhattan. But in the 1970s, New York City had many problems. Many people saw only issues. Donald saw an opportunity. He found an old hotel, the Commodore. It was losing money and needed help. It was a big risk to take. But he saw potential where others did not. He believed he could change it. He made a big plan to rebuild the hotel. He needed partners and help from the city. He used negotiation. This means talking and discussing to get a good agreement. He convinced the Hyatt Company to join him. He also got tax benefits from the city. In 1980, the new Grand Hyatt Hotel opened. It looked beautiful and was a big success. After this win, Donald aimed even higher. He dreamed of building a true landmark. He found a perfect spot on Fifth Avenue, a very famous street. His vision was a tall, amazing tower. It would have luxury shops, offices, and expensive homes. It was a very bold and ambitious dream. Many people thought it was too much to achieve. Building Trump Tower was very difficult. He faced many challenges along the way. Getting all the needed city permits was hard. Building a huge tower in a busy city is tough. The costs were also very high. He needed strong persistence. Persistence means you keep trying. You do not give up, even when things are very hard. Finally, in 1983, Trump Tower opened its doors. It was a tall, shiny building that caught everyone's eye. It quickly became famous all over the world. It stood as a symbol of luxury and success in the 1980s. It also became a symbol of Donald Trump himself. His big vision was now a real famous place. These big projects showed his personality traits, confidence. He strongly believed in himself and his abilities. Boldness. He was not afraid to take big actions. Persistence. He kept going even through very hard times. These qualities helped him succeed. We can all try to build these useful traits in our own lives for our own goals. The lesson here is about vision and action. It is good to think big, as we learned, but you must also take action. You need persistence to turn your dreams into reality. Donald showed how to turn big ideas into real solid things, but success isn't always easy. Next, we will look at some major struggles. After his big successes, like Trump Tower, Donald grew his business very fast. He built and bought large casinos in Atlantic City. He even bought an airline, a huge boat called a yacht, and other properties. He wanted his empire to be bigger and bigger, but this very fast growth was risky. It meant borrowing huge amounts of money from banks. Building such a large empire costs a lot. Donald borrowed billions of dollars. He believed his winning streak would continue forever. But having too much debt can be dangerous. Debt is money that you owe and must pay back. If business becomes slow, paying back large debts becomes very hard. This was a very big risk he was taking. Then, in the early 1990s, the economy changed. Things started to slow down. People had less money, so they spent less. His businesses, especially the casinos, began to struggle a lot. They were not making enough money to pay the huge debts he owed. His giant business empire was suddenly in very serious danger of falling apart completely. His companies faced terrible financial problems. In 1991, his big casino, the Trump Taj Mahal, had to file for business bankruptcy. Bankruptcy means a company admits it cannot pay what it owes. Soon after, other parts of his business empire had to do the same. It was a very, very difficult time. Many people thought his career was over for good. This was not just a business problem, it was very personal, too. He himself owed billions of dollars. The banks were very worried. He had to sell many things he owned, like his airline and his big yacht. He had to live more simply. It was the biggest test of his life. It shows that even very successful people can face big failures. But Donald Trump did not quit when things got tough. He used his strong skills in negotiation once again. He spent many hours talking with the banks. He convinced them to give him more time and a chance to recover. He worked extremely hard to change his business and reduce his debt. He focused on saving his best buildings. What is the lesson for us here? Failure can happen. It is not always the end of the story. Big struggles can come to anyone, anytime. The most important thing is how you react to them. You must learn from your mistakes and keep fighting. Never give up is the message. Next, we will see his big comeback. After the very hard times of the 1990s, Donald slowly started to climb back. He did not give up his dreams. He returned his focus to New York real estate. He began making new deals, but more carefully this time. He used his famous name to help his business grow again. It was a slow and steady process. It took years, but he kept pushing forward. He learned very important lessons from his big failures. Those difficult times taught him much about business and risk. He learned to be more careful with borrowing money. He understood the dangers of having too much debt much better. Failure can be a hard but very good teacher. We must always try to learn from our mistakes to grow stronger. Then, a completely new and different opportunity appeared. This new chance was not in building, but in television. A TV producer came up with an idea for a show. It would be a reality show all about business challenges. Donald Trump would be the main star and the judge. This was a new path for him. The show was called The Apprentice, and it started in 2004. In the show, young, ambitious people competed in business tasks. Donald Trump watched them and decided who performed well and who did not. The show became a huge success. Millions of people watched it every week across America. It made him more famous than ever before. On The Apprentice, he used a very direct phrase. When a contestant lost a challenge, he told them, "You're fired." This simple phrase became incredibly famous. Almost everyone knew it and repeated it. The show presented him as a strong, decisive leader. It rebuilt his image as a top businessman for a new generation. The success of The Apprentice greatly boosted his brand. His name became globally recognized again, this time through entertainment. He cleverly used this widespread fame for many new business deals. Many products, books, and buildings started to carry the Trump name through licensing. His brand became even stronger and more valuable than before. What is the lesson for us here? We learn to be open to new chances. Sometimes success can come from unexpected places or new directions. You must be adaptable. Being adaptable means you can change your plans when needed. Donald used TV to make a big comeback. Next, we look at his biggest challenge and final lessons. After achieving great success in business and on television, Donald Trump aimed even higher. He decided to enter the world of politics. This was a completely different field. It had new rules and very big challenges. In 2016, he announced he would run for President of the United States. This was his most surprising and biggest challenge yet. Many people were very surprised. He ran a strong and unconventional campaign. Against many predictions and expectations, he won the election. He became the 45th President of the United States. He served one term in office from January 2017 to January 2021. This part of his life is often debated, but looking only at the journey, it shows he reached an extremely high goal. So let's review the main lessons. Think big. Donald Trump consistently aimed for huge goals. He was also bold. He was not afraid to take big risks to win big. A large vision is the first step, but you also need the courage to chase it. Ask yourself, what is my big dream? Discipline and persistence. His early military school training taught him discipline. Later, he faced huge failures, but he never gave up. When life pushes you down, you must find the strength to stand up again. Success demands hard work. It demands the power to keep going no matter what. Be adaptable. Life is always changing. New opportunities can appear suddenly. Donald Trump moved from building to TV and then to politics. He changed his path to find new kinds of success. We must also be ready to learn. We must be willing to try new ways. This helps us grow strong. His life story shows us some key personality traits. Confidence. He strongly believed in himself and his abilities. Boldness. He was not afraid to take big actions. Persistence. He kept going even through very hard times. These qualities helped him succeed. We can all try to build these useful traits in our own lives for our own goals. Remember, everyone starts somewhere. Even famous people face many challenges and hard times. Donald Trump's story is just one example of a long journey. Your story is yours to write. Use these lessons. Improve your English every day. Keep learning, keep dreaming, and keep working hard. Believe in yourself. I hope this session was helpful. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting stories. Take care, everyone.